Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Mediak podcast. Today is episode 65, and today we are deciding to go over the movie Don't Look Up from Netflix. And I personally don't know why we decided to do this whenever there was another Netflix movie that came out not too long ago that is apparently a lot better, but it's okay. How was your
Which
week,
one?
Jack? Tick, tick, boom.
I haven't even heard of that.
Really? The one with Andrew Garfield?
Oh, no, I have heard of that. You're right.
Yeah. I was about to say, I would be quite surprised if you had not
Yeah,
heard about that one.
I forgot about that. Yeah. Pretty good. I'm tired.
Tired? Well,
Yeah.
so I probably have COVID again, which is quite funny to me because why? I took a
Why?
sip of water and almost spilled it on myself, but it's completely fine. So the entirety of my girlfriend's family has it, including my girlfriend, and also the entirety of my family has it. And I am the only one out of the total of 11 people. Actually, no, wait, it's 13 people. The total 13 people tested positive except for me. So like either I'm immune or it just hasn't kicked in yet. And I have a headache currently, so I'm just going to go ahead and say that it has not kicked in yet. And also my throat's kind of groggy. So sorry about that sounding a little odd. And I just want to say real quick, thank you guys for all the support because we've been freaking popping off recently. Like we're almost at 300 subscribers, which is just wild to me. In this last week, this last month, we've grown more than we have in the entire like year and a half that we've done the podcast, which is wild.
It's pretty wild.
It's pretty wild. We've been getting a lot of views on most of our most recent uploads, which is pretty awesome. Ugh, Jack, what do you have to think about that?
That's pretty cool.
It's
I like
just
that.
just pretty cool. You're not gonna thank them. You're just gonna be like, "Why are you listening to us?"
It's just why? Is anybody else better?
If you haven't
Cooler?
subscribed yet and you've watched, what are you doing? Please go do that.
Bro. Yeah.
Also,
What the
go
hell?
go to Spotify and YouTube so we can get views on both, and then do that thing on
Stream at the same
Spotify. What's
time.
yes at the same time, but make sure they're like 1 second apart so it sounds like there's echo. That's like the best way to
Just
listen.
enough to be annoying.
Yeah, that's actually statistically proven to be the best possible way to listen to the Mediac
Yeah,
podcast.
most ideal.
Yeah. And also go check out our interview with Mr. Steve McKinley Henderson because like why not? He was an amazing guy and it was really fun talking to him. So go listen
That
to
was pretty
that.
cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Ugh, I'm just
Cool.
trying to delay talking about this movie because I genuinely really did not like it and I don't see the hype. But
Yeah, I don't understand why everybody freaked out over this.
probably should get into talking about it though.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I don't want to.
Well, it's a little late now.
I know. We've already committed. Okay, so I, I'm gonna go through the very minimal compliments that I have for the movie. Um, the CGI at the end of the movie didn't look horrible for a Netflix film. I was
Yeah,
like,
it's pretty good.
yeah, I was like, this is pretty decent. It had a $75 million budget, and that probably went to the actors and the CGI. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
makes sense.
like
The
90%.
yeah, the another compliment I can give is that the cast is amazing. Like a lot
Yeah,
of really high up people: Leonardo DiCaprio, Jennifer Lawrence, Timothy Chalamet. Um, and the final compliment I can give this film actually happened within the first 5 minutes, and then it was just downhill from there. So I like the part where they find the comet and they get really excited, and then they're doing the math, and then as they do the math, they realize, well, shit, and that's whenever like the tone just kind of
yeah,
shifts
that
into a neg.
was.
That is
I
the
agree.
only scene that I was like, wow, that's actually pretty cool. I was excited to watch the movie at that point, and then it just kept going down and down and down, and I'm just like, why
Yeah,
is it?
that was probably the final, like,
That was the peak.
pretty good part,
That was the
like,
peak.
promising part.
Um,
Just got into like bullshit
yeah,
allegories that, I mean, for the right people is important to watch. Like,
it's not.
if you
We're
don't
not the
think that,
right people.
yeah, it's like a movie made for anti-maskers. For at the end,
hmm
they'll be like, "Wait a second, they're talking about me," and then you realize that whatever. But it's
It,
just
it's it's on the Mediak podcast, I try to avoid talking about politics, and this movie is just the entirety of it. Like,
Yeah,
and
it
it's just
tricks you at the
it
end.
tricks you. Yeah, it's not fun, and also it's just boring in general. So like,
Yeah,
I don't understand why people like this. Like this happened a couple years back with Bird Box. Like I thought that movie was horrendous. Like this movie, Don't Look Up, is way worse than Bird Box. But like everyone and their mom was talking about how it was the best thing since sliced bread, and I'm just sitting here like this is a really shit made movie, and it's just not enjoyable in the slightest. And I'm getting deja vu again because this is a really shit movie that's not good in the slightest, and everyone's like, "This is incredible. You have to see it."
yeah.
And I
It,
can't understand
I
that.
don't know. I feel like maybe it's just somebody sees a movie on Netflix that isn't, you know, like one random name or one big name, and then every other person is like a random new actor with a wild premise that's like all right or boring. And they were like, this is different. This one's going to be great. And then everybody just convinced themselves that it's good.
But there actually is good stuff on Netflix. Just everyone latches onto the garbage things, you know?
Yeah, it's weird.
And it
I don't
just
understand.
bothers me because like spoiler alert for the end of the podcast. I'm watching Daredevil and it's like really good, but I don't see much hype for it. And then The Witcher season 2 just came out and I've barely seen hype for it. That like
Yeah, that was very confusing to me because everybody loved the first season.
and I've heard that the second season is as good. So like
Yeah,
I don't understand where this is going. And I've heard that the Andrew Garfield Tick Tick Boom is like an actually good movie, but no one talks about it. Only thing I hear is for Don't Look Up, and
yeah.
I like
It's just boring.
and
I
yeah.
maybe it's a big conspiracy for from the left to hype it up so anti-maskers watch it and then get tricked into like a big thing about them. They're like, get shit on.
It's like the I don't even know. Like
That's
I
the thing. If you watch this movie and you don't understand what I'm talking about, or you're mad at the movie, then you're the problem.
well, it just isn't enjoyable from like any
No, it's
aspect in my
so
opinion.
boring. I
Like
stopped
whether
halfway through.
did you finish it?
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
I watched no probably like 75% of it, and
Mhm.
then you were like, "What should we watch next?" And I was like, "Don't Look Up." I'm already almost done with it. And then I
I
just
love
watched the
whenever
rest
you
of it.
pick movies because it's either a movie that you just watched and you're like, why not? I don't have to watch another one, or it's like one that
True.
you want to watch like really badly. It's one of the two.
Yeah.
No in between. It's not one that just like, you know what, this is popular, let's watch it.
Yeah. Either I need like an excuse to watch some garbage thing, or I already watched some garbage thing and I don't want to
Watch a
put
different
myself
garbage
through anything
thing.
else. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. And it
See,
offends me that you think that superhero movies are a garbage thing. You know what? It hurts, but it's okay. I think that they're
I was talking about my
oh like
like
Vibranium.
yeah,
I regret watching that, and that's because of you.
me too.
Yeah. Why did you do that?
I don't know because somebody told me it was good. My roommate told me it was good. Corey, you're a dumb mother. I hate you.
Yeah. See, this is why. Um, no, that was gonna be the most pretentious thing I would have ever said. Like, so I'm not gonna say that. I gotta.
This is why our taste is better than everybody else.
Yup, that was what I was gonna say.
Yeah. Sometimes like I don't know. I think I've gotten too I don't think. I know
No,
I've gotten too pretentious
but
in this
we haven't
podcast.
though, because like I feel like the movies that we like are just high quality, good made films, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was hoping you were gonna say like objectively better.
No,
That would have been really funny.
it's not objective because I guess enjoyment is subjective. So like someone could think that this is the best film ever, but from a filmmaker's standpoint, this is a really garbage movie.
Just boring.
It's really boring. Like all of the politics and other stuff aside, it is just like a really poorly made film. No way needed to be 2 hours and 30 minutes. Like not even like there was no reason for that. I remember
At all.
at one point, like, I stopped because I was getting really, really bored. And I usually try to watch movies, like, without going on my phone, but some cases, it's unavoidable. This was one of the cases. Whenever I thought I was approaching the end of the film, I paused it because I was like, okay, I must be at like 2 hours. I looked at my thing and it was like 45 minutes. And I got like a really weird feeling of deja vu to Mortal Engines.
Oh
And I was
yeah.
like, oh no, I hate this. This is the worst. So to to stop myself from wanting to die, I grabbed my laptop and started working on my resume while watching the movie because I was like, I need to do like something productive to just fill up the remaining hour and a half that I have of this movie, so that I don't feel like my time was 100% wasted. Don't watch this. It's like it's free if you have Netflix, technically free because it doesn't matter, but it's it is the biggest waste of time
Yeah.
ever. Like, even
Yeah.
more so than The Matrix last week.
Yeah. It's
You
true.
Yeah, because at least you gain something from watching Matrix 4. You watched the fourth and final Matrix movie, which is, I guess, something, but you don't gain anything from watching this, and it made me sad. I walked out of my room, because my mom and my brother watched it a couple days ago. I was at G's house, and they came back and they were like, "You should watch this," and I was like, okay. Like, before knowing it was horrible because I hadn't watched it yet, I was like, yeah, I mean, I've heard good things about it. I'll watch it. And then I walked out of my room after finishing it. My mom was like, how was it? And I was like, that genuinely was one of the worst experiences I've ever had when watching a movie. It was so ungodly boring. Like, I put it on the level of watching the Emoji Movie.
That's good.
Yeah, it's very good. That's like the best review one could have towards a movie is the Emoji Movie.
Yeah.
It
True.
just hurts. It really hurts. I hate whenever Netflix makes garbage and people likes it because then it just influences. Oops, sorry. I opened up Instagram on my phone. Uh, it just influences Netflix to continue making garbage, and I hate seeing garbage. It's not fun to me. I don't know
True.
why people like it.
It's not fun to me.
It isn't fun to me. Like, I've just come to the conclusion that um the general audience does not know what a good movie is.
No, probably not.
Yeah,
I think
definitely
that's pretty
not.
safe to say.
Yeah. Between this and Bird Box and some of the other horrible choices they have made, it just isn't. It just isn't it at all. That was an awkward
Yeah.
silence. I'm sorry about that. It just like this movie dampened my mood to another extent last night.
So you just keep going on about how you don't like it. Okay.
I'm so sorry. There's not really anything in specific that I can point out. Oh, actually, there's one thing. I I There's one thing I can point out. They kept doing a really goofy and unnecessary frame at random points in the film, and it just irked me to another extent. That is one example that I like specifically remember like getting actually aggravated over. They did it like a lot at the end, and I just saw no reason for it because it just was so stupid.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think of it. Maybe I blocked this movie out of my mind. I oh, can't piece that together. Whatever. I mean, whatever you need to. I don't know.
What does that even mean?
It's so tired. This movie stressed me out.
Are you like emotionally tired, physically tired, sleepy?
Yeah, I also just woke up. I was napping.
Oh, I also nap too.
Um, I think I
Whenever I
heard someone
texted you,
behind
hey, do you
us.
want to record early? Like, that was me waking up like 1 minute after my nap.
Yeah.
Want to hear a
Well,
story?
whoa. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I told you and everyone about me possibly having COVID. So I scheduled a insurance COVID test because I took an at-home rapid one. They came back negative, and I just kind of didn't. Not that I didn't trust it. I just was like, I would rather just have like a really high tech one. So
Yeah, well, that's what you're supposed to get, like a rapid and then a.
yeah. So I was just doing what I should do. So I scheduled it, and it was today at 11:30. So I woke up at 10 after going to bed at 3:30, which in my defense, I mean, no, actually, I don't have a defense. It's literally just my fault. Never mind. I take my statement back. But so I was really tired. I got up and I drove 45 minutes to go to my doctor's office. And I get there and I'm sitting and I'm waiting and like 45 minutes pass. And I'm just like, why is nothing happening? Because I called my mom like 3 times and I was like, are you sure I don't have to go in? They just have to come out to me and take the test. My mom's like, yeah, it's fine. And then 20 minutes pass and I call her again. And she's like, it's fine. They're probably just busy. And as I'm looking around and there's not a single car in the lot, I call her one final time and she's like, okay, let me call them and we'll see. So I wait like 2 minutes. My mom calls me back and she goes, so the doctors changed your appointment and then didn't tell us.
Okay. Yeah,
So
that's great.
I wasted 2 hours my entire day and they were like, oh, we're sorry. We just forgot to send you an email. And I was like, oh, okay. That's fine.
Cool.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
awesome.
Well,
Love it.
yeah,
Nice.
nice. So I came home and I was kind of pissed. So I just ate a thing of Cheerios and then went to sleep.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good response.
Yeah, I have to go back tomorrow though, at the same time.
Oh, are you sure? Are they...
No, I'm not sure actually. Because they sent me a confirmation email a couple days ago whenever I scheduled it. They were like, this is your test. And then today they were like, this is your test. So I honestly would not be surprised if I get there and they're like, it's actually Wednesday. Jesus to what?
Super weird.
What happened?
This whole thing got so fucked up.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with that. Like it actually angers me because they sent me a text message a couple of days ago that was like, all right, just making sure your test is on let me pull it up. I forget today's date. Nope, that's not the right. I get so many texts from random things. Okay, it was like, okay, McCulpin, Zachary, you have a reserved appointment at 11:30 a.m. on the 3rd. Be there or be square. They didn't say that last part, but I thought it would be funny. And just why? Like they could have just sent another text message saying we just moved your appointment. And now I'm sad. Alas, they have not. And alas, I was angry this morning. And alas, I took a nap. And now it is 4:00. And I am relatively we have a podcast. We both have problems with speaking. We should not have a podcast.
Yeah, true.
I am well rested. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
8th time is the charm, I guess.
In so much trouble with
this. It's okay.
Well,
I'm just angry because of this movie and how much I didn't enjoy it, and also the fact that I had to deal with that this morning. I'm sorry for taking that anger out on you, the audience, and you, Jackery Palmer.
All right, I'll live.
You'll live? Well, that's good. I'm happy that you'll live. What would you give this out of 10?
4.
4? That's valid. Sorry. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 56%. Metacritic gave it a 50%. It had a box office. This was released in theaters. What?
It was probably released in some like weird, I don't know, something.
It had a. I mentioned the budget earlier at $75 million, but the box office was $764,000, which seems low, but it also was a Netflix release, so don't take that too much of a hit. I think it was fine. I give this a 3 or 2 out of 10. Maybe out of 20. It's okay. I genuinely had such a... Well, actually, I screenshotted this. It's in my news section. I gotta find it. It's a really funny statement. Okay. Don't Look Up breaks Leonardo DiCaprio's decade-long good movie streak.
Was it? Does he have that many?
Apparently he had a decade-long good movie streak.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, now it's gone. Hate to see it.
Well, now it's gone.
Yeah, sorry, homie. You have only terrible movies from now on. Starting here.
From now on, yeah.
Starting
you will
here.
Never be in a good movie.
It's a downhill spiral. Can you hear my dogs? They are running around upstairs. See, the worst thing about possibly having COVID is that I won't be able to go back to my apartment whenever I wanted to. And I hate that. That makes me upset. Really upsetty spaghetti. And I just want to move in, man. And I'm probably my first 2 days of class, Tuesday and Wednesday, are going to be online because of it. How are your classes? Are they online?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay.
I feel like I would know by now. Right?
Probably. Let's go on our break and we can talk more about classes so that YouTube can have something for whenever we're on break on that.
All right.
Okay. Goodbye, guys.
Goodbye. See you in a second. We are paused.
We are paused. That's super
Wow.
cool.
Export.
Yeah.
SMP3.
So, Pitt, which is where G goes, they have online classes, and I was kind of checking every once in a while to see if our classes are online or not, and I still have no information about that, and I feel like uh, Robert Morris is a university, not a college, that they probably should be going online. I kind of hope they do, just for the first 2 weeks. Not because I think it's easier, because I actually find I find online class to be a lot harder at times, especially for my like profession classes, not my core classes. Um, I just want to have like a week or two of doing nothing in my apartment. That's literally all I want.
I don't blame you.
Because like
I mean, that's pretty hype.
I know, right? Because like I move in, and then 2 days later I start classes, or at least I was supposed to. But that's how it like goes every semester, and then classes end, and then the day they end, I move out. So I never have time to just like live
Yeah, just
on
to
my
chill
own
out.
happily, and I
Damn,
hate it.
That sucks.
Yeah, I'm aware. My woe is me.
Whoa. All right, ready?
Yeah, that was a really freaking fast break.
No, it's not.
What?
Now it's a really fast break. I caught you in the middle of that.
So you should have kept it. It would have been really funny. Yeah, but that was a really fast break on compared to what it usually is.
Just fairly
Yeah.
fast, I'd say.
You want to get in the movie news?
Yeah, sure.
I have a decent amount, so you have a lot of time to come up with your own news. You ready? As you
Yeah.
frantically look for an answer. Okay. So Andrew Garfield, we saw his contract with Marvel for the most part, and he has a multi-film deal specifically with Sony, as long as he can be creatively involved with the projects. And this goes for like Sony films along with like other MCU projects. So we're probably going to be seeing him come back as Spider-Man, and by probably I mean definitely, because he is going to be in the Morbius movie, and it will set up Venom 3. So that's fun. We're going to be seeing Andrew Garfield back as Spider-Man a lot sooner than we thought. By a lot sooner, I mean next month. Are you excited to review that?
Um,
The correct answer is no.
Morbius.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of those like maybe I have too high standards for movies because uh um I saw like the thing in theaters and Jeremiah and Ben were like, that looks really good. And I was like, nah, it looks like garbage.
Yeah, that literally is the exact thing that happened to
And,
me and
and
Skylar.
they were like, why? I was like, it's literally just every other movie, but he's a bat.
It
It's
literally is what
just
it
the
is.
same thing.
You said you saw it, Jeremiah and Ben.
Yeah.
That makes sense. They seem to be a general audience kind of people.
Yeah.
My girlfriend usually is a general audience kind of person, but she hates the idea that Morbius is coming out, and I find that to be very funny. Because we've talked about it before, but she does not like the idea that vampires are in the MCU. Like, for some reason, in her head, like, vampires and superheroes just don't cross over, and it's completely off-putting to her. And I find that to be very funny. And I'm really happy that she also is not excited for that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. That movie's gonna suck. It's been pushed back too much, and they just forced a cameo with Andrew Garfield in it just to get people to come watch the movie. It's gonna be horrible. I'm so incredibly not excited for it. I feel like I gotta crack my back. The last 3 episodes I've been having audibly back issues, and I'm sorry about that.
Audibly back issues.
Yeah, because I've been talking about it a lot. All right, next up news. Do you know much about Hulk lore from the comics?
No.
In the comics, he has a son named Scar, and it's rumored that he will be appearing in the She-Hulk series. and
That's
that
kind of cool.
it's
Okay.
yeah, but it seems like they're shoving a lot into that because Abomination's
Yeah, I
supposed to be
feel
in
like we
it.
keep talking about that.
Yeah, we do, because Daredevil's gonna be in it as like a main character, and now Scar's in it. Like, I don't know what's gonna go on. I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Right.
Talking about let me flip to it because I'm kind of jumping around my notes. Talking about Marvel TV shows, Moon Knight has been pushed back. It's going to release in March, mid March. It was supposed to be released in mid February, which makes me sad because mid February is my birthday, and I was really hoping it was going to be released on my birthday. But it's whatever. It happens. I'm not too sad about it. I'm kind of sad about it, but not too sad about it. So the new Spider-Man game, the Marvel Spider-Man 2, uh, apparently every single suit inside of that game will have a black symbiote variant of it, which is pretty neat in my opinion. Did you watch the trailer for? Did you ever play the first one?
Spider-Man?
Yeah.
No. No, I did not.
Really?
Yeah.
That you got to do that. It's a very good game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I have it or not. I have the PS4, but I don't know. Uh, I don't know if I have the disc. I'll play it at
Do I
some
have the?
point, but I
I don't
just
think
don't
I
know
have the
when.
disc. I
Let me
have
see.
I have a copy of the Miles Morales Spider-Man game, but on PS5, and I'm still yet to get a PS5. So that's fun.
It's just there for the future, you know.
Yeah, honestly, I'm just waiting. I've had it for about a year now, so that's cool. So Dwayne the Rock Johnson has declined joining the next Fast and Furious movie. He said, "There's no chance I will return."
Wow.
And
Damn.
that's quite funny coming from Mister the Rock himself, because like I feel like he's a staple character in that series now.
Yeah, I wonder what they're gonna do.
Yeah, probably nothing. They're probably just gonna pretend like he died off camera or something like that, because that's what shitty movies usually do. And
Yeah,
yes, those are
probably.
very shitty movies. Those are movies to watch with your friends. They're not movies to watch by yourself, in my opinion.
Yeah, it depends on which one.
All of them. I don't find any of them to be quality movies, but it's okay. Um, I'm gonna probably get attacked for saying that because like they're like God sent movies, like the first three Spider-Man. Like they're a holy grail apparently. So No Way Home is now Sony's highest grossing movie of all time. And I find that to be really funny because Steven Spielberg thought that releasing West Side Story would compete with it because he released it on the same day that Spider-Man came out. And I didn't even know about that until 2 weeks after it released.
That is so silly.
Yeah, he thought that he just because he made it and the fact that it's a West Side Story movie, that it could compete with, like one of the most. I have COVID. One of the most like influential, not no influential, like hyped movies of all time.
Yeah.
So I was really dumb. I was really dumb of him. It's okay. He deserved it.
Silly man.
Yeah,
Silly man.
silly man. So apparently, Black Bolt has been rumored to appear in the Multiverse of Madness Doctor Strange movie in one of the members of the Illuminati, which is pretty cool. We've been getting a lot of uh, um, leaks related to characters that are going to be in that. Like another one is that not only the Mr. Fantastic from the first two Fantastic Four movies from 2006 is going to be in the movie, but also Miles Teller from Fantastic, the remake from 2014, is going to be in it too, which is interesting. I was kind of hoping for just like John Krasinski, like the MCU's actual. Well, it's not confirmed that he's the actual Mr. Fantastic, but it's like basically confirmed, you know? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I really wanted him to be in it, not like one of the people we've already seen before. Ugh. Next up, dude, I have a lot of news. I'm like looking through it, and it's literally all superhero related, except for one thing. And no, I love superheroes. Don't get me wrong. I'm like the number one supporter of it. But like, there has to be other news out there. And like, I look. Like, I promise, I actually look for other stuff, and it's really hard to find something that isn't superhero related, especially right now. So, As you're looking for news, Jack, you better find something that's not superhero related.
Yeah, mine's not super related.
Okay, I'm proud of you. So apparently, the writers of Spider-Man: No Way Home discussed having Venom into the final battle scene. A lot of people have been taking this quote wrong and saying that there was a shot scene of Venom in there, which is just not true. It was they just considered it before writing the script, which is very far from actually shooting the movie. So just wanted to say that and make sure people realize that there never was a shot of Tom Hardy fighting Spider-Man. It was just like a concept. So Bill Murray, he is going to be in the next Ant-Man and the Wasp movie, the Quantum Mania. He's playing Krylar, the ruler of Quantum City.
Damn.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah, that's pretty cool. Apparently, he comes in contact with Kang, and that's fun. I'm actually really excited for that. I genuinely am quite excited for that movie because not the introduction of Kang, because that Loki was the introduction of Kang, but like the first actually showing of the big bad, the next like Thanos of the MCU is gonna be really cool. And also like the concept art stuff that we've seen so far just looks like a much darker Ant-Man movie. And I want to lean further away from like all the jokey Marvel movies and go towards like a more serious, darker tone, because I think those are usually more high quality movies. Except for Thor: Love and Thunder, I'm excited for that one to be quite funny.
Yeah, that would be pretty nuts.
Yeah. So, according to a couple reports and leaks, members of the Eternals will pop up in the Marvel movies that take place in space, like Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Thor: Love and Thunder, and the Marvels movie. So that'll be cool, I guess, because I didn't hate the characters from that movie. I just thought the movie itself was pretty shitty. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, oh my god, I'm gonna butcher this name, but the girl from Split, the Anya Taylor Joy, she apparently is going to be playing Felisa Hardy slash Black Cat in a solo movie made by Sony. So since it's made by Sony, it's probably going to be absolute dog shit, but it's okay. We love and respect anything they make because now it's a part of the MCU. So that's cool. So Peacemaker's coming out soon on the 13th, actually, 10 days from today. And every single episode of it, that should be the first Mediak minute.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm cool with
well,
that.
me and Jack last week we talked about watching a show and doing a short 20-minute review of it every week, and I just came up with the name Mediac Minute, and we're gonna upload it just on YouTube. And Peacemaker sounds like a really great one to start with, in my opinion. So we can just watch it 10 days from today. What is it, Thursday or Friday? We just watch it Friday and record it that day and then upload it. So we'll try to get it up every Friday, if that sounds okay with you.
Yeah, we can try that.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So not this Friday, but the next Friday. Expect to see our quickie review of Peacemaker. You know what that is, right? Like, I don't have to remind you.
Yeah, no.
Okay, cool. The John Cena thing.
Yeah.
I'm quite excited for it because I thought that the Suicide Squad was quite funny. So I'm really excited to see where he goes with this. So we got some leaks related to Flash, and it just made me more unexcited for the movie. Apparently, they're gonna like retcon the Justice League. Well, we already talked about it a bit last week. Like I told you all the things that they're literally stopping in through every single DC movie and just making sure that none of it ever happened. But at the end of the Flash movie, apparently it's gonna be a creation of a new Justice League with Supergirl instead of Superman, Michael Keaton Batman instead of Ben Affleck Batman, Shazam, and Flash. I think that's it, or Aquaman. They didn't say Aquaman in the leak, but he still has a movie coming out, so I'm gonna go ahead and say he's probably in it. I don't know though. Like I don't know why they're doing this so heavily, like trying to have it's a quote unquote soft reboot, but it's the hardest reboot to ever exist. And we have two good Supermen right now. We have Henry Cavill and then the guy from Superman and Lois. Like Henry Cavill apparently is going to be in the Flash movie, but as a TV like really quick cameo, like 2 seconds long,
Sure. Yeah.
and that sucks. Like, cause he's so wasted. He's beyond wasted, and it hurts. It really does. And I think Ben Affleck's actually quality as a Batman. He just had bad writing, and Michael Keaton is way too old to be Batman.
Yeah,
So,
that's Curious
Apparently,
choice.
he's not going to stay in the Justice League very long. Like, he gets in the Justice League at the end of the Flash movie, and then halfway through the next Batgirl movie, he leaves the Justice League and has Batgirl become in the Justice League. So, what's the point? You know?
Yeah.
Whatever. So, we got some official synopsis of Black Adam movie and the Aquaman movie. And I'm sorry in advance if I stutter during this. I'm not I'm not good at reading. So this is Black Adam. Nearly 5,000 years after he was bestowed with the almighty power of the Egyptian gods and imprisoned just as quickly, Black Adam is freed. Oh my God, no, it's covering. Uh, Black Adam is freed from his earthly tomb, ready to unleash his unique form of justice on the modern world. So that should be fun. I'm actually quite excited for that. The little snippets that we've seen so far look actually quite dark and not like The Rock at all, and I'm quite excited for that. So here's the synopsis for Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. When an ancient power is unleashed, Aquaman must forge an uneasy alliance with an unlikely ally to protect Atlantis and the world from irreversible devastation.
Awesome.
Yeah. So that's the end of my. Yeah, awesome, totally. I find it hard to get excited for anything DC related because of how jumbled of a mess their universe is right now, or multiverse or whatever. I'm excited for the Batman, but that's because that's not a DCEU movie. So, yeah, Matt Reeves made sure to be like, nope, we're not. It's not even anywhere connected to anything that they're making over there. This is something separate. And I'm like, hey, you know what? That's really good. I like that. I have my last bit of news is quite sad actually. Betty White passed away at 99.
Crushing.
I know. It was
Crushing
that
loss.
actually that was that sucked. And she was so close to 100 too. Like I think her birthday is like next week sometime. So she was so close to 100. It is so horrible. I feel so bad. It made me really sad whenever I found out that news.
It's quite sad. Alas. What are we to do?
Mourn.
True.
What's your news, sir?
I forgot. I'm bringing it up
right I forgot.
I was just gonna say how Dune is still the #1 topic on Screen Rant.
Fuck yeah, we love to see that.
So long.
My girlfriend got me a Dune sticker.
Cool.
Yeah, because she like she noticed how into it I was after watching the movie. Because like every week I would be like, hey, can we watch Dune? And then something would come up and we couldn't watch it. So then when the next week rolled around and she was like, what movie do you watch? I was like, I want to watch Dune. And it just kept going on that cycle until we watched it. And then I got the book and I started reading the book and she saw how obsessed I was with that and she was like, do you like this, huh? And I was like, yeah, maybe a little bit. Thank you, Jack, for getting me so obsessed with that series.
As you should.
Yeah, as I should be. Well, of course, we talked to Mr. Stephen Mckinley Henderson, who is
star.
Through how do I pronounce it?
Thufir Hawat.
Yeah, that one. He's that character in the movie.
He's that guy.
Yeah, he's that guy. I'm gonna take a big swig and then we can go on to what we're watching. So I say it's water, but there's a chance that I could be lying to you and it's actually vodka.
It's true. You always take that risk.
You always take that risk. It's not vodka, unless it is, but it's not, unless it is. Okay, let's go on to what we're watching.
Okay.
All right, Jack, what'd you watch this week?
Oh, shit. What did I watch this week? I watched the first episode of The Witcher. Not even the first episode, a little bit of the first episode.
Okay, I thought you were going to say something that would have made me sad.
No.
Okay, continue.
And then I watched a little bit of Fire Force.
Oh, I love Fire Force. Season 2 or Season 1?
Season 2.
Ah, nice.
I stopped after they stopped making it, and then they put out, I believe, like the whole second season or whatever, and I was gonna, like dive back in, but I've just been doing like an episode or two a month. Like every once in a while, I'll remember that Fire Force is a thing, and I'll be like, oh, I should watch some of that.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think it's pretty good. A lot of people didn't like the second season, but I thought it was as good as the first.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I like the first a lot though because they have that one really cool sound with Benny Maru.
Whoa. Somebody just everybody on freaking Spotify just heard my boom. My battery saver is now on my laptop. Very sorry. You had to go through that. You hear
What?
the new
Oh.
Windows 11
Oh,
playing.
nice. I thought they weren't gonna make a Windows 11.
It
Like
is.
back whenever Windows 10 came out, they were like, we're just gonna continuously update Windows 10.
I thought that too, but that is a lie.
Yeah, apparently.
There's now Windows 11.
It's okay. It happens. I keep getting notification for like updating my laptop, and I just keep going. I have to record a podcast. I'm not gonna update this right now, and then I leave and
Yeah.
I don't come back for a week, and then it's like, you want to update, and I'm like, tomorrow. So
It's about
I don't think
time.
I'm ever gonna get it. Never, not ever. Is that all you have watched this week, my friend?
So I can't think of anything else. I
Really?
haven't read any more Vagabond or anything.
Really? Nice.
No,
I read a
the
little.
second book's just sitting there.
That's nice. I read a little bit more of Solo Leveling, and that's a really good series, and I recommend you pick it up. It's pretty good. I like it. Um, I continue watching Daredevil. I'm having a lot of fun with that. I genuinely really enjoy that series. And I don't think I watched it. I watched Spider-Man 2 again with my mom because she asked me if I wanted to watch it. And I was like, why not? And sadly, I watched the first episode of Boba Fett, the Boba Fett
Do
TV
you not
show.
like it?
No, it was horrible. I
What's wrong with
genuinely.
it?
Well, it's just like I never enjoyed Boba Fett as a character. I never got his hype.
Well, okay. That's a pretty bad start.
Yeah, but okay. The general consensus of the episode was that it was boring for like people who liked Boba Fett. And coming from someone who doesn't like Boba Fett, he spent the entire episode getting his ass handed to him until like the final 2 minutes where he killed a monster, and they were like, "He's so cool," and I'm like, "No, he's not. He really isn't." Because the 2 movies that he's in, he did nothing except die, but then he came back apparently, and like they showed the scene of him escaping the Sarlacc, and he just lights it on fire, crawls out, and then passes out just sitting there on the sand. And I'm kind of just laughing at that. And then like, there's like really stupid looking guys from you've watched all the Star Wars movies, right?
Yeah.
Which
like ones? The Jawas or
not the Tusken Raiders. It was the Jawas, the small guys that like have like the
Jawas.
black faces with the yellow eyes.
Mm.
Yeah. So they came over to him and started stealing all of his armor, and he wakes up and tries fighting one of them, and they just knock him the fuck out. And I'm just sitting there like, these are like some of the weakest characters in Star Wars, and they just beat him up. Why is he cool? And I just never understood it. And then he became like the equivalent of Jabba the Hutt at the end of Mandalorian season 2. Spoiler, sorry. So like that's where the show kicks off. But then his first time outside of the palace, he gets his ass handed to him publicly. And I just can't see the hype behind this character. And I am very unexcited for the next episode. But you know what? I'm going to watch it because as much as I talk shit on Star Wars, I love Star Wars. No one will believe me whenever I say that because I have never said a good thing about the series yet on this podcast. But I promise, I genuinely enjoy.
One of these days.
No, we're not. We will never touch Star Wars with a 100-foot pole.
No, I was saying one of these days you'll say something good.
Oh, we'll see. Other than that, I think I didn't watch anything else this week other than the really shitty movie Don't Look Up. Still on about that. It's okay. What did we decided Interstellar for next week, right?
I think so. I think that's what we were talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta look at my. I don't know what was supposed to be in this week and next week. I think it might have been the DC movies, but we can just cover those whenever the Flash comes out because I feel like it's more thematic,
Fair enough.
Yeah. So whenever I get back, I can write the agenda for the next 6 months, and yeah, if I get back, if I just ever not stop having COVID. I'm perpetually going to be sick, never allowed to leave my house, which to some people would be a good thing. All right. Other than that, we'll see you guys next week with Interstellar. If you have anything to say, please comment down below on the YouTube side of things. Go over to Instagram. at Mediak Podcast. Talk to us over there. Go to our Twitter at MediakZach, and you can talk to us there too, I guess. Other than that, Jack, you have all your quotes up for the week.
Uh,
He is
so
thinking. He
I
thinks
don't know.
so.
I can't think of anything else. So
All right, nice. All right, guys. See you guys
nice.
next week with Interstellar.
See you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.